And thanks for watching and subscribing to the Leaf Fisher Sports YouTube channel. We release videos monthly covering the latest amazing products from Leaf Fisher Sports, but also informational videos like this one on stone crab traps that you're about to watch. We do have another video covering the baiting, the setting, and retrieving of stone crab traps, but in this video, we're specifically just going to talk about the three different most common types of stone crab traps, their features, and then we'll also talk a little bit about stone crabs and the regulations that you'll need to know before setting those traps. In Florida, stone crab season is October 15th through May 15th, and you do need a saltwater fishing license. And new as of 2019, you need to go online and complete a free registration. And what that's going to provide you is with a registration number, which will be attached to your license, and that you will also include on your trap identification. And you can find out more information on that at myfwc.com. Now, the crabs themselves, you can only keep the claws on stone crabs, of course, 1 gallon per day per person or 2 gallons per vessel, and they have to be long enough. So you need to get a nice little measuring tool at leaffishersports.com that makes this task very easy and safe. And you measure from the elbow to the tip of the lower immovable part of the stone crab claw to get the 2 3/4 inch measurement. Now, you can take both claws if they're legal size off a stone crab, but they kind of say just take one to leave, that stone crab a fighting chance to live its life happily. But if you do take both claws, the crab will be fine, and as long as they're the right length, you're in the clear with the law. Now, female crabs are easily identifiable. If you flip them over and you see a gray or orange egg, sac, or sponge, you got to put that crab back in the water immediately, unharmed, as delicately as you can. You cannot keep any claws off a pregnant female stone crab. Last thing you need to know is about the traps. You can only set them outside navigational waterways. You can't put them inside red or greens or the channels. And you need to put your contact information and your name and your registration number on the buoy and or on inside the cement or somewhere on the trap. You need to put your contact information on all of your traps. First up is the Joyfish plastic trap. You can get these in a 5-pack or just as a single trap. And the great thing about these traps is that they're gonna last a very long time. The plastic is durable and you're gonna get many years use out of these traps. So again, we've got our 2 little latches here which secure the main compartment. They simply just slide back and forth. You've got the main entranceway trap door, and then on the side here we have the degradable piece of wood. And what that does is if you lose your trap or it becomes derelict, over time that's going to disintegrate and let whatever's inside freeze so it could go about its merry life and live a long, happy lifetime. So that's really cool. And again, these traps are just high quality, long lasting, and when you buy them, they will likely be disassembled. But don't let this intimidate you. This trap is simple to assemble. You just slide the 5 pieces together like a Lego set. It comes with all of the stainless steel screws and plastic latches, which are not many, and the entranceway trap door. So this is actually fun to do with your family and your kids. Next up is the Joyfish wooden trap. As you can see, very similar to the plastic trap, just an all wood construction. This is probably less commonly used for recreational stone crab fishers, but still similar in design. You can see the latches here for opening and closing and securing the main compartment. You have the same style sort of entranceway trap door. And the really cool thing about this is if it becomes derelict or lost, because it's made of wood, it'll disintegrate over time and won't become a hazard for the environment, and it'll release whatever's been caught inside. This trap does have the concrete base poured inside, as you can see. And again, that just lets the trap sink quickly to the bottom and ensures that it settles in an upright position. And finally, we have the Joyfish wired trap. This is probably recognizable if you're like me, you grew up catching blue crab in these things, but they're also effective for stone crab. And quickly, one of the reasons that people desire the plastic traps over this particular wired trap is that these wired traps are pretty light, so they could shift in a heavy current. They may not land on the desired side that you want. They could, as they drop in the water column, they could land on their sides or kind of cockeyed a little bit. So they may not land evenly. And they're just not going to last quite as long as the plastic traps do. Those plastic traps, you're going to get a good long life out of them. But otherwise, the features on this Joyfish wire trap, we have the bait well in the middle with the elastic band which secures it shut. You've got the elastic attachment here to keep your main compartment shut, and the degradable piece of wood over here, so if it becomes derelict again, that'll deteriorate over time and whatever's inside will be able to escape. And then on each side you see those trapway doors. So the Joyfish wired net is lightweight. It's a great product in its own right, but again, not quite as long lasting as the plastic stone crab traps, but again, a great product. The last two items you're going to need from Lee Fisher Sports, this is their Ever Strong hollow 3-braid poly line, and I absolutely would not use anything else. This stuff is built like a tank. It's going to last a long time and it's not going to break on you. And finally, you're going to need a float, both available on the website, as well as all varieties of the Lee Fisher Sports stone crab traps. You can buy them in 5-packs, you can buy them as single traps, and they do ship, so you can order online or simply visit one of their affiliated retail outlets, Tampa Fishing Outfitters, Tarpon Fishing Outfitters, or St. Petersburg Fishing Outfitters. They will all three have the traps, the Ever Strong line, your floats, and everything else you're going to need. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos on stone crab traps, including baiting, rigging, and setting and retrieving your stone crab traps.